Hey guys, my name is Danish and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the silly season that happened in 2020 and all of the shufflings that went through in terms of drivers lineup from the current lineup to the future lineup in 2021 and beyond. So let's get started. So I'll just start off with talking through the driver standings that we have right now in the current 2020 season, and I'll finish up with the whole list first and then go to all the changes that happened. So it's Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas in Mercedes, Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel in Ferrari, Verstappen and Alex Albon in Red Bull, Carlos Sainz Jr. and Lando Norris in McLaren, Ocon and Daniel Ricciardo in Renault, Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez in Racing Point, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi in Alfa Romeo, Pierre Gasly and Daniel Kvyat in Alfa Tauri, Romain Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen in Haas, George Russell and Latifi in Williams. So this was the starting grid that we had at the beginning of 2020, and the changes that came out are a bit of a mix-up, I guess. So let's just talk about the people who are going to stay constant in their teams. So Valtteri Bottas is going to stay, Charles Leclerc is going to stay, Verstappen is going to stay, Norris is going to stay, Ocon is going to stay, Stroll is going to stay, Kimi and Giovinazzi are going to stay, Gasly is going to stay, and George Russell and Latifi are going to stay. So those are the constants that we have already. So let's talk about the changes. Starting out with Lewis Hamilton, there's no confirmed news of him re-signing Mercedes, but there was talks that he was waiting for Toto to re-sign and then his contract talks would begin. So Toto just re-signed a few days ago, so Lewis's re-signing will come up in a few more days, and I'll update in the description and also on my Instagram if he does that. So go and check out my Instagram profile as well. Coming to Ferrari, Vettel was released from Ferrari on 12th May and Carlos Sainz Jr. was signed up for Ferrari to side with Leclerc. So Vettel was open and the divorce between Vettel and Ferrari was just weird and all sorts of questionable stuff happened. And to take Sainz's place, McLaren signed Daniel Ricciardo from Renault. Renault had an open seat now, so instead of bringing in a junior driver, they brought in Alonso. So Alonso is a good driver and he wanted to be in F1 and he's getting a good race, and where he started out with Renault and he won his championships win. So he's hoping to have that glory back again. And also with Renault changing themselves and rebranding themselves to Alpine next year, it's going to be an interesting livery as well. And gone is the black and yellow car. Racing Point was in a weird situation because they had both solid drivers with Perez and Stroll, and you can't obviously kick Stroll out. But they had their eyes on a champion. So this champion was Vettel. So Vettel was signed into Racing Point on September 9th. This left Perez open, and this was a bit sad for me because Perez actually does deserve an F1 seat and he shows that, and he's consistent throughout all of his season. So with Racing Point also changing themselves to Aston Martin and rebranding themselves and cutting ties with Red Bull in terms of the title sponsor and all of that stuff. So they wanted a championship winner to lead the team and help development of the car and all of that. So I understand, but Perez, that hurt a bit. So he does get a good day at the end of the year because Verstappen got Perez as his new teammate for 2021 and Alex Albon was relegated to reserve driver. And yeah, it was a bit sad, but that's how Red Bull Academy works. They pull the younger guys into the big teams and they want them to perform, and they gave him a lot of time and he made a lot of mistakes. They probably could have put him down to Alfa Tauri, but both of those seats were already spoken for, so they didn't have any other space for him and just made him reserve driver. And it's been a topsy-turvy year because the reserve drivers also did get a few runnings, with Nico Hülkenberg being the main driver that comes to mind, and also George Russell who got pulled up to Mercedes, and Jack Aitken getting a chance in Williams. So with the COVID-19 and all of that, a lot of the reserve drivers did get a lot of more running and a lot more paddock time. Now coming on to Alfa Romeo, Kimi and Giovinazzi stuck and they're not moving a lot, and Giovinazzi being a Ferrari young driver is going to stay there and is consistently showing performance, and Kimi is also the wiser one of the two and also helps in developing the car. And I understand why Kimi is here, and he overdrives the car and just brings out results from a lot of the starts as well. Now coming on to Alpha Tauri, Pierre Gasly stays obviously because he got the win, and Daniel Kvyat did underperform for a few years, and this was an axe that was coming towards him in the end, and he should have expected it. But yeah, he's a good guy and he will be missed in F1, but he gave up his seat for a young driver coming from Japan, that is Tsunoda, which is a Honda backed racing driver, so they would obviously try to have him in F1 as soon as possible in a Honda powered F1 car. That is something good to see, and we would like to see the younger talent bringing it up. And we have a few rookies this year, with both the Haas drivers Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen being let go in terms of a financial decision that Haas made, because they are in a bit of a pickle and they would like to have some more money coming into the team, and I understand why this decision was made, but both of them are quite good drivers. But K-Mag is somehow at least going on to IMSA, but we still have no idea what Grosjean is going to do. Either he's going to stay as a reserve driver or a development driver, or is he going to retire completely? We have no idea about that, so we have to wait and see what that happens. And they are both being replaced by Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. The Schumacher name is well into the hearts of every F1 fan there is, so having that name back in F1 and having the Schumacher, Verstappen and Alonso lineup again fighting against each other is something that I would love to see. Alonso is still in the first generation while the other two are in the second generation, and yeah, it's going to be fun to see Mick perform and beat his teammate, who is Nikita Mazepin, and who really does not have the best of a reputation. That was a rocky leg to start on into his F1 career. And Williams stayed with their lineup of Russell and Latifi, and here are a few of the talking points that I wanted to talk about. Was the Russell Bottas situation, and there were a lot of rumors going on through the paddock that Toto would switch Russell and Valtteri Bottas, even though both of them have contracts ready, and if Williams is ready to release Russell, he will be willing to put Bottas in that seat, and Williams will also have a win in this situation as they get an experienced driver who can help in develop the car a lot more and be the lead guy of the pack and just push the team forward each and every race. And I would like to see that, but yeah, that would be a blow to Bottas from going from a winning car to the back of the grid. But yeah, the seat is a bit of a toss up right now, and I would like to see Russell in that seat, because in just the weekend that he was in the car, he showed so much talent and he beat Valtteri Bottas in a lot of the scenarios except qualifying, where he was really close. But yeah, that is something that I would like to see, the Russell and Lewis partnership in Mercedes in the coming years, but I have to wait for that. The one thing that I missed in this lineup is Callum Ilott, who came second in the F2 championship before this, who still doesn't have a seat in F1 for the 2021 championship, but he did say that he will have a seat in 2022, which is a sort of a good news. But yeah, him being a talented driver and a good guy overall, would love to see him more in the F1 lineup. And yeah, so yeah, that's how the whole topsy-turvy season has gone yet, and it's been a weird season because this year we did not have any rookies. We had Latifi last year, but this year no rookies at all in terms of racing drivers, except Jack Aitken, who subbed in for one race. Technically a rookie, yes, but yeah, not a full-time driving seat. So we have 3 rookies next year, so it would be fun to see how they interact with the Formula 1 crowd right now and how they show off their talents, and it will be fun to see them. And also it would be fun to see a rookie coming to the top of the step once in a while, like Lewis did in his rookie year. So a lot of fun races are going to be happening next year, and I would love to enjoy them. But yeah, I have to wait till March, more than 10 weeks away. Yeah, so I have to make do with watching old races and rewatching the 2020 season and just enjoying the sport. So hope you guys also enjoy the sport and just have fun. So that's been it for this video. Hope you like this video. Give this video a like if you like it. Comment down below if I missed anything. Get subscribed to my channel for more of my videos, and ring the bell icon to receive notification about each and every video. Follow me on my social media channels, where I share a lot of the F1 memes and a lot of content that I enjoy. Stay home, stay safe. I'm gonna see you guys next year. Peace.